Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a pretty frustrating issue that a lot of Seagate hard disk users have been facing lately. So, if you've bought a Seagate drive and felt like something was off, you're definitely not alone. We're gonna break down what's been happening, how to spot the signs, and what you can do about it. So stick around, 'cause this is important stuff. Alright, so here's the deal. There have been a bunch of reports from consumers who thought they were getting brand new hard disks, only to find out they were actually used.
Like, can you imagine? You spend your hard-earned cash, and you expect to get a shiny new product, right? But then you open the box and, it's not what you expected. It's really disheartening.
This kind of situation can really shake your trust in a brand, especially when you're relying on these drives for important data. Let's talk about the specific models that are in the spotlight.
A lot of folks have been pointing fingers at certain series, especially the Exos series. If you're using any of these models, it's worth checking them out. And storage capacities, yeah, they're part of the conversation too. It's all interconnected.
If you've got a drive that's supposed to hold all this data, but it's actually been used before, that can lead to a world of problems. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about warranties and consumer rights.
It's crucial to understand how warranties work, especially when you're dealing with OEM drives versus what the manufacturer actually covers. If you find yourself in a situation where you got a used drive, knowing your rights can be a game changer.
Go to your retailer and don't be afraid to ask for a refund or an exchange. You deserve to get what you paid for. And speaking of used drives, how do you know if you got one? There are some telltale signs.
Look for scratches or scuffs on the casing. Those are big red flags. And then there's SMART and FARN values. If you're not familiar with those, they're basically indicators of the health and status of your drive.
Understanding these can help you catch problems early on. So, if you suspect you've received a used drive, what can you do? First off, document everything.
Take pictures, keep receipts, and don't hesitate to reach out to the manufacturer or retailer with your findings. It's your right to get proper support.
And when it comes to warranty queries, make sure you know who to contact and what information you need to provide. Now, let's talk about refurbished drives.
Seagate does offer refurbished products, but it's super important to know how to identify them. Not all refurbished drives are created equal. Some are legitimate, but others might not be.
So, do your homework and make sure you're getting what you think you are. And for those of you who are tech-savvy, there are tools out there to help you verify the status of your drive. SmartMon tools and C-tools are two great options. I mean, you can literally check the health of your drive with just a few clicks. If you're unsure how to use them, don't worry, there are plenty of tutorials available online to guide you through the process.
Now, let's take a step back and think about the bigger picture here. How are these used drives making their way into the market? There's a lack of transparency that leaves many of us wondering. If you've experienced this firsthand, it might be worth sharing your story. Your information could really help trace the supply chain and hold companies accountable. So, as we wrap this up, let's recap what we've talked about.
We've covered the issues surrounding Seagate hard disks, how to spot used drives, and your rights as a consumer. It's frustrating, but it's also a call to action for all of us to stay informed and proactive about our purchases.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and drop a comment below with your experiences or questions. I'd love to hear from you.
It's important for us to share this information and support each other through these tricky situations. Honestly, going through this situation has been a bit of a roller coaster of emotions for me.
I felt angry and disappointed at first, but then I realized it's about taking control of the situation. It's a reminder to advocate for ourselves. I learned that even in frustrating times, there's a silver lining like the community we can build by sharing our experiences. So let's keep pushing for transparency and better practices.
Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, take care of yourselves and stay informed.